Good morning. It is windy. So 2 dogs. Owners are away. I'm looking after them for 4 days. I have met these dogs before, a couple of years ago, probably just over 2 years ago. Sorry, it is windy. I do have a windproof mic on, I need the code. Hang on a sec, I've got to get a key out here, so I need the code. Okay, back. I got a key out of the box, that's all. Okay, so let's show you how we go about meeting dogs that, for all intents and purposes, do not really know me, and I'm about to walk into their house. And as you can tell, they're a little bit agitated. They're going to be a little bit scared of me, and that's fine. So one's a German Shepherd. Can't remember which lock this is. No, it's locked. I'll do that. And one is a Bull Mastiff or a Bull Arab mix. There he is. No, that's still locked. Apparently, I don't know how to undo doors. Well, I'll put key in my pocket. So this is all about just staying completely calm. No, the door is still locked. Why can't I do doors? Oh, that's locked. Was one on the double lock? Oh, right. All right, just stop. Okay, here we go. So, I will just perch by the door. I will crouch down and I will let them come and sniff me. Here they are. I'm getting licked in the ear already. Okay, the gate's shut, and this is where they're allowed to go out for a roam. See, look at that. This is where they go to the toilet. It really is that easy, for the most part. I mean, these are dogs I've met, but it's been over 2 years since I've seen them. There should be instructions for me here somewhere on what to do for them, what food they need, etc., etc. Perhaps they remember me, perhaps they don't, I don't know, but that's how I do it. I just be calm and I let the dogs act how they need to act until they calm down. That is one of them. This is a big boy, so he's over 50 kilos. The other GSD is quite a small GSD. Right, so we've got some food down there. I don't have any instructions that I can see. All right. Thought there'd be a little envelope somewhere. So now we're in. I'm just going to voice over this bit because I spend the next 5 minutes wandering around looking for the instructions which weren't there, and whether all the rest of their food stuff is and the rest of that. This isn't very interesting. So I'm mumbling to myself while I do it. So I want to tell you the backstory of these dogs and why I ended up working with them. So the owners were going away and had arranged with another person to look after the dogs. On the day of them going away, they had just left the property. The other dog, dog sitter, had come around to sort them out, let them out for a pee, put their food down, refill their water, etc., etc. For whatever reason, that person took fright when they got barked at, panicked, and ended up having to run and hide in the bathroom, and wasn't very happy about being stuck in the bathroom and was quite scared of the dogs. So the owners had to come back from their halfway holiday. They were driving, thankfully. They weren't on an aeroplane. They had to come back from that attempt at going on holiday and didn't go, to come and rescue the poor person from their property in the toilet. That led to these dogs being labelled as aggressive. They are, as you've just seen, nothing of the sort. Aggression is a label that's tossed around far too much, and it's tossed around by people who just don't understand behaviour. It's a nonsense. It is also something that ends up with people reaching for tools like muzzles, which again, in this case, is a nonsense. These dogs are not aggressive. They do not need to wear a muzzle. All they need is someone who understands what the behaviour they're exhibiting is and what it means. Now, I know this isn't original footage. I don't have original footage of 2 years ago, but it is almost identical to what I did back then. The dogs were barking because someone they don't know is at the property front door. It's perfectly normal behaviour. Now, the key to having success in that specific environment and how I don't get myself in trouble and don't get bit is I am not scared of the dogs. It's that simple. It doesn't mean dogs can't scare me in a moment, and it doesn't mean a dog might not come for me. But it means I recognize behavior, I know what the bark's meaning, I recognize what their body language is meaning, and I can read that they're in no way intending to come and do me any harm. They're scared. That's all it is, they're scared. And when that goes wrong is when the human shows fear. If I walked in, saw them barking at me or heard them barking at me and then went, uh-oh, and had that adrenaline dump that gets the hairs on the back of your neck to stand up, your heart rate increases, that's the moment they're to come for me and they're to try to bite me. But I don't get that because I'm not scared. And that's why the previous person got stuck in the toilet. They had that moment, their body, which they can't help. You can't control that. Your instincts are telling you something's gone wrong or it hasn't gone wrong. And the moment your instincts react like that, you're out of control. You've had that adrenaline dump. Your hair's gone up on the back of your neck. You are scared. The animal knows you are scared. Your body language, your breathing, your heart rate, your smell will give that away. And they will come for you if they're scared. It is that fear which is what gets you in trouble. Now, if you're not scared of the dog and you are able to stand your ground and confidently and calmly, or even just either of those really, but both of them together is the holy grail, if you're able to confidently and calmly just either stand there or like I did, squat down a bit, let the dogs come to me, let them smell me. And if you've seen my older videos of me with the other dogs that have been labeled aggressive, it's the same thing. I get them in a state of calm. Now, I didn't come and wait till these guys were calm when I stepped in because I didn't have an hour to wait. I wait for the dog to be calm and then I allow them to come and sniff me. When everybody's calm, good decisions get made. When there isn't calm, you don't get good decisions made. You get humans that freak out and then you get dogs that want to make the human go away. How do they do that? They use their teeth. Of course they do. But it's not basic, it's beyond basic. There is a level of advancement to this, but it's understanding what you're listening to, what you're hearing, and understanding the body language. It's the only prerequisites for doing this. But yeah, so these poor owners have had their dogs labeled as aggressive, and they're just not. They're just not. The German Shepherd's a bit timid. You can see Rueben there jumping up at me. Ruben's lovely. He's quite insistent that he wants attention, and I don't really like how insistent he is at that. So the answer to that is with them. As you see here, he sat down. I didn't interact with him till he sat down and was calm. That's all it takes. That is it. That is the rule. You don't get what you want, dog, until you show me what I want. And all I want is for you to be calm. And they're allowed to bark at me. They're allowed to not be content with me being in their space. And the female Bella isn't. She's just not. She's timid. She's nervous and she doesn't want to be touched. She doesn't want to be petted. And so she doesn't come up for that. I may have already talked over the bit. She does come up for a sniff of me. She does. She comes in close and she comes and checks me out. It's not an invitation for me to touch her. It really isn't. And that's another mistake people make. So if I catch that bit of footage in a minute, I'll reiterate on top of that. As you can see from here, the barking's all stopped. They're not really that worried anymore. I think Bella might be in season. Ruben's neutered, but he's still very, very interested in her rear end, which was weird for dogs that live with each other. But I do vaguely remember last time I looked after them, Bella was in season, and so yeah, she was very interesting to the dog. So I will not be bringing Rollo around because I have a suspicion she is again. So yeah, we'll wait. I'll go back to original audio in a minute so you can hear what's going on. You can hear how chill the dogs are. No, here it is. Here's the moment. Here is Bella checking me out. This is not an invitation for me to touch this dog. Not at all. She is not inviting me to interact with her. She is coming into my space. I'm the bigger animal. I'm, to her, the scarier deal in this scenario. She thinks I'm the bigger, badder, meaner individual. She's a pretty tough dog, I'm sure. You're going to see Ruben mount her. So that is her trying to figure me out. And a lot of people make the mistake. It's not an invitation for me to touch the dog. If she wanted me to touch her, she would make that much clearer with facial expression by actually looking at me and body positioning in front of me. Coming in with the head low, sniffing my foot and my ankle and not looking at me at all is just not an invitation for touch. And I see so many people get that wrong when they're interacting with dogs in dog parks or in the general public. Yeah, we just lost that ability to realize what a dog's telling us with their body. It's tragic. Dogs will tell you if they want you to touch them, and that's all there is to it. And people just see a dog and go, "Oh, touch." No, don't do that. That's how you get bit. and then the dog will get blamed, which is wrong because it shouldn't get blamed. But I mean, look at this. Look at these dogs. They're lovely. And yet these are the kind of dogs that could have ended up being subjected to all sorts of silly nonsense. And yes, that includes the stupidity of having to put them in a muzzle. Labelled aggressive. It's ridiculous. People just don't understand behaviour anymore. They really don't. Nothing wrong with these dogs at all. Yeah, Bella's a bit nervous, but I'm not going to put her in a situation where she feels violence is an answer. She's free to be near me or not be near me. It's entirely her choice. It's not on me to put pressure on that interaction. I can invite her in by sitting down on the floor or kneeling down near her. Not really advised, because Rueben will come and start licking me in the face. I think he is going to mount her at some point, which is weird. He's neutered. Yeah, so you have to approach with what you've got and notice the body language the dog's giving off. This one, you've got a confident, outgoing, happy dog, Rueben, who will jump in your face and lick you, and he wants your attention and he will ask for your attention. And we've got Bella, who's a shy, retiring, nervous dog, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what she is. Anyway, enough of me yakking on. I'll let you have some original audio, and I will only jump back in if necessary. Okay, I got a cup of food. I'm going to do more than one, but I just want to show that I've got one dog with me. Show how we manage food. And are they going to fall down the gap here? Should be all right. So I'm just going to skip these down on the floor, and I'm going to let the dog snaffle for them. If they want, and if they don't, they don't. So I'll put the cup back. Let's see what they do. So when I said see how I manage food, what I meant is and Rueben was behind me, but he actually behaved himself. If I'm getting pestered by the dog for the food, I'm just going to stand there and do nothing until they're calm, and then I'll put the food down. Excuse me, but both dogs were perfectly calm. Rueben was behind me, knew what was going on, but he didn't misbehave. So great, but that's what I meant, and I didn't really get a particularly good example of what I meant by that. Never mind. So there it goes. I'm just going to put this down a sec. And they can have that and come in, and that'll be time up for me. It's not going to be enough that they'll need to do a second poop. So personal space is a thing. I don't know these dogs immensely. I'm not going to go getting involved in their food when I don't have to. Just not, no point. That would be rude of me. I don't need to be around there. There's no benefit to trying to push my presence into where they're eating. I'm not going to. I'm just going to give them that respect. It'll be interesting to see what they do. There's a couple of kibbles that have gone right under there. It'll be interesting to see how they approach that. Well, it looks like Ruben's got a long enough tongue to get in there. Good on him. If he's that interested. Yeah, see here. Bella has got an injury there. Don't know what that is. It's healed. There's no broken skin. There's no scab. The fur just hasn't regrown yet. Okay, looks like they've eaten all of that. Oh, impressive. Let's cross. See if there's anything left. No, they've got it all. Okay. Well, dogs, that's time up pretty much. Oh, he's still got double dew claws. Forgotten that. Yeah, hi. Yeah. Lovely kibble fingers I have now. I shall wash my hands. Right, let's bring you in. For Mr. No, Rueben, in you go. Go on. Ow. I'm blind. It's after him. Okay, let's get that locked. Don't know where the light switch is. Is that it there? The light switch. There's one over there. Leave the side lamp on. Right, dogs, I'll see you later. Everything's put away, they've got water, they had a little bit of food. Okay, time to go. Somebody thinks he's coming with me. I'll show you how we sneak out a door when the dog wants to follow us. Just going to block him with my body. There you go, see, he's skunked off, he's got the message. We will lock the door with the key, and that's the end. I'm not going to prolong the footage. I will see you next time.